Welcome to the Grow Your Business for Good show. This is a place where coaches and consultants gather so you can learn how to lead a world-class business that does not tax your time, your energy, or your financial resources. We are your hosts, M. Shannon Hernandez
and Amy Hager of the Joyful Business Revolution. And our number one goal is to bring you clarity and insight on how to grow your business for good. Hello, Amy here. If you haven't been listening to the season so far, I suggest you go back because it's hot and spicy, y'all. We are answering all of your most pressing marketing questions. And this episode's question was submitted by the one, the only Annette. And she is actually one of our students in our Content Personality Club. And Shannon has not prepared her response for this question. So Shannon, are you ready to hear what Annette wants to know?
I'm kind of scared because she's spicy in and of herself.
She is a little spitfire. Okay, so remember, the only rule we have to follow is you have got to try to keep your answer to less than 10 minutes. So you are up for the challenge?
I'm going to try. If it's a spicy question, I might have spicy response time.
All right, well, here we go. So Annette wants to know, can I actually have a successful coaching business without a Facebook group? Ready, set, go.
Yes. End.
Woohoo, 9 minutes and 54 seconds.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay. I get asked this a lot because I'm kind of like a Facebook super user.
Yeah, we are. We are
groups all over the place. I love Facebook groups. I love it. I love my groups. I love the groups I'm involved in. Doesn't mean you have to have a Facebook group, right? We get asked this a lot, actually, because people interact with us a lot in our Facebook group because we do training Tuesdays. We've got contests. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on. But maybe you are not suited to have a Facebook group, and that is fine. It is A-OK. You have to think about how are you going to gather your community. We'll talk about some ways for that, all right? And you have to think about your content personality. And I know Annette's content personality is actually written, right? So Annette could have a beautiful Facebook group with just written content. She'd never have to go live, right? She could just use her writing, and her writing is super powerful. And she's such an expert at what she does and in the health coaching industry. I think she'd have a very successful Facebook group. But guess what? We got a mantra around here, y'all. If it ain't joyful, we ain't doing that shit. So no, joy test it. Joy test it first. And then if you're like, okay, it's not a Facebook group, where will your community converse with you? Because I do think it is really important that we're growing community. You can go back to episode 1 of this season where we answer a question about how to hack an algorithm. Ain't happening. All right. So you got to get clever where you're going to have your community, right? Annette could host a community around her blog. She could have her newsletter lead to her blog, right? Her mailing list. She could do a lot of things to have this community and capitalize on her natural strength, which is her content personality.
Right.
So Amy, what is your take?
It comes down, 1, to your content personality, and then 2, do you actually like the platform, the vehicle? We call these the vehicles to get your messaging out there. If you don't like Facebook, then don't be on Facebook. If you are super annoyed by LinkedIn because you feel like it's too stuffy, then don't be on LinkedIn. And if Instagram is not your jam, guess what I'm going to tell you? Don't be there. It is okay to not be somewhere, but you want to be where you love to show up. And to first figure that out, you got to know your content personality type. And so Shannon and I, we're live in person people. And so it does work really well for us to have this Facebook community because it gives us a chance to go live together. We interview students and other experts in our community. We host teachings on Zoom together. And so for live in person, this is a great vehicle for us. It makes total sense for us to be there. But that doesn't have to be your business. Our business is never going to look the same as your business and as the person next to you. Everybody gets to pick where they want to be and how they want to do their business. Otherwise, go back and just get a job.
Amy, slow your roll a minute,
Okay.
because we're gonna rewind. Okay, this is very important, and I want to make sure everyone heard this. We believe in this brand, you have a lot of choice.
Mhm.
And that choice starts with your joy, which is tied to your energy, right? And when your joy is tied to your energy, you can't go wrong. As we say here, joy first, then the money follows, right?
Yeah.
If Annette started a Facebook group and she fucking hated every minute of it, and she hated going there, and she hated posting, she hated answering people, God, that would just be horrible,
Right.
right? But I want to also rewind back to something else Amy said, which was, we will find something that works for you.
Right.
And I want y'all to be real careful. Now, I've been told by my Amy not to get on a soapbox, but I'm going to get up on a little soapbox. How much time I got?
4 minutes, 52 seconds.
All right.
It's got to be a tiny one.
A tiny soapbox. Lots of bubbles. All right.
Let's pause for a quick commercial.
Have you heard of our Content Personality Club? This is the place where coaches and consultants come to learn how to grow their aligned audience and deepen community relationships. We work with you each month on key parts of your messaging, combining that messaging with your unique content personality. Our goal is that you will never hear the chirp, chirp of crickets again when it's time for you to roll out a new offer or reintroduce an offer in a new way.
Our students are having success because we're creating messaging and conversation and collaboration in this community with Shannon and me as your messaging mentors. So take a look at the contentpersonalityclub.com and grab your spot. I'll reach out as soon as I see you've enrolled. Now, back to the show.
I'm taking a deep breath. Too many coaches are pushing people out of alignment. They're saying, oh, I did this in a Facebook group. This is how you must do it. Or, oh, this is how you live launch. This is how you run a 7-day challenge. You must do this to be successful. Bullshit. We call bullshit on it all the time.
Yeah.
All right. You get to choose how to run your business. And we start with your content personality. And your content personality, if you haven't taken the quiz, you might want to check that out. Content personality, joyfulbusinessrevolution.com/quiz. That's the best place to get it.
Or if you just Google content personality quiz, it pops up.
It's going to be everywhere. It's been around a while, y'all. All right. We start with your content personality, and that your result of your content personality helps take 90% of all decisions of how to market, where you're going on which platform, what you're doing. You get to put the blinders on and simplify it all and get rid of 90% of the noise. And if you've been in this coaching and consulting business for a while, you know there's a lot of noise, and we can all get wrapped up in this swirling energy of, am I doing enough? Where should I be? What's going on? Like, should I be here? Should I be there? And if you're brand new, don't fall for it.
Yeah.
You'll get burnt out, right? So I'm coming off my soapbox now. I'm nice and soapy.
So I think if there's anything that I can echo that Shannon said is, when you are looking for someone to support you in your marketing, if they say my way is the only way, I would question it. I really, really would. And how do we get people to figure out what is the right way? We do some playful experimenting. If you're like, I think a challenge actually sounds really fun, let's figure out how to structure that challenge for you. Is it a 3-day challenge? Is it a 7-day challenge? If you're a written content personality type, we may be doing the challenge over email. If you're live in person, you may be holding everybody together for an hour in Zoom every day for 3 days or whatever we decide, right? And so there are so many different ways and different vehicles for you to use to market your business. And when people join us in our Content Personality Club, we have a whole list for them to choose from and for us to really playfully experiment to find what the right mix is for them in their business so that it's aligned in joy. So Annette, that was such a beautiful question. Thank you so much for submitting it. Shannon, I'm happy to report we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Woohoo!
We are nailing it. We'll be back, y'all, with another episode with one of your questions. So stay tuned.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Grow Your Business for Good podcast with your hosts, M. Shannon Hernandez and Amy Hager.
Head over to www.joyfulbusinessrevolution.com/quiz to take the content personality quiz and join our community. And remember our mantra, if it ain't joyful, we ain't doing that shit.
If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and spread the good news with other coaches and consultants.